In this video, I want to start working on the actual zombie cleanup. So this is going to be a just very simple implementation, but basically when the zombie dies, it's going to have a set lifespan. And once that lifespan has elapsed, it's just going to simply clean itself up. So this is not going to be optimal as of yet because there are going to be, cases where say what for whatever reason, there's 60 of them on screen and you mow down all 60. Well, you have 60 skeleton meshes basically just laying there in a pile. So something I want to implement later down the road is going to be some kind of, I guess you'd say like a cleanup management, in that when a zombie dies, it is registered with that system, and there's going to be kind of like a max count, so to speak. But it should still be on the more, I guess you could say, optimized route, as we do have it set up to where when we are can't think of the word, when we are not, they're not visible in the screen, for example, we can do things such as rendering these meshes as static rather than skeletal and stuff like that. So, anyways, to begin, the first place I want to actually do this on is going to be the barricade, because right now I completely forgot about this feature, but an actor implements a lifespan, and all the lifespan is essentially a timer that, when elapsed, it will destroy the given actor. So we're going to go ahead and implement that. Well, not implement it, but make the change over to that. So if we head over to, in the wrong folder, into our barricade.cpp, we have our on motion complete. And this is where I was searching for the function. But instead of calling and setting our own timer, so we fire up on cleanup delay, or sorry, not cleanup delay, on cleanup delay complete, we're just going to use the lifespan. So we're going to get rid of on cleanup delay complete entirely, replace this call to it with destroy. And in our case here as well, we want to swap out this whole timer setup for the lifespan. So set lifespan, and the delay is going to be the barricade data cleanup delay. So if we have a valid cleanup delay, we go ahead and set the lifespan, which naturally, let's take me to the wrong spot. So we're going to set the initial lifespan. Well, not the initial lifespan, but we're going to set the lifespan, which will simply just go through and clean it up. So it's going to destroy itself, for us. So let's go to the header really quick, remove the on cleanup delay complete, and we're basically going to do the exact same thing, but for the zombie pawn. So here we have, on bucket lot changed. Let's go to on death. And in our case, we could do it in has authority or outside. Doesn't matter because it does have the authority check. But we basically just want to set the given lifespan and pass in some, rudimentary value. Now, I would like to, by default, kind of configure this. So this will be like the max time that the corpse can be, still there in the world. So we're going to go to our settings in the core module. So developer settings, SKG, zombies developer settings. And let's create a new config. And this will be under the optimization category. So this will be a float dead zombie cleanup. And let's do let's do dead zombie lifespan. And we'll set it to something like, I don't know, maybe 20. So after 20 seconds or so, it will go through and just clean the zombie up. That'll be the default. Now, this is meant to be tweakable in the editor, so that's kind of what we're relying on there. Next up, I want to go ahead and make a new static function that returns a float. Wrong button. And this will simply be called, let's do get dead zombie lifespan. Let's create that definition, construct a new object of the zombie developer settings, and we simply want to return the dead zombie lifespan. So now in our zombie pawn, what we pass into here is going to be the USKG zombies developer settings get dead zombie lifespan. And that's it. So let's go ahead and close down the editor, recompile and relaunch, and give it a try. And we need to test both the barricade to make sure that that gets destroyed in the same manner, as well as that these zombies do get cleaned up after whatever time we set has finished elapsing. Okay, so to begin, let's spawn and just book it to the barricade. Let the shaders do its thing. So we buy it, watch the handle go through the wall, and the handle disappears, meaning that it has finished. So next up, I don't want to wait 20 seconds, so I'm going to change the delay. Oh, I need to rename the category. We'll do the delay at, say, 5. So we just wait for these, and they should start cleaning up, like so. Kind of hard to see. Try getting one on its own. So you can see they are being cleaned up. And that's what we want. So I'm going to revert that back to 20. And change the category from collision to optimization. And that is pretty much it. So that's really all I wanted to do, go through and do in this video. It's more so just so we have a way to clean them up, because otherwise, while we're going through and doing the remainder of our testing and building out the logic, and if we do any, significant gameplay of it, we're going to end up with a giant pile of simulating skeletal meshes, and as kind of a medium fix for that, just going ahead and cleaning them up now will go ahead and just make those, allow us to do those longer tests, because they're just not going to be there forever. So that's all I wanted to get done, and I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.